that's what's left. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this piece of wood and I'm going to use the 3/4 inch drill bit, and I'm just going to make holes right on this. That way it'll be able just to slide right in. And then this piece gets attached to the bottom. And there's that. But before anything, let's drill it out. What I want to do is I want to put this here, and then using a pencil, where's my bloody pencil? What I'm going to do is I'm going to put this right on top, and then I'm going to mark where the holes fall. I'm going to try and get this as centered as possible. There's that. Now, what I'm going to do is change the bit on the drill, and I'm going to drill this sucker out, making sure right in the center. Now let me move everything, just to ensure that the debris stays on the table. And there is that. Now I'm going to change the bit again. This time I'm putting a Phillips head on it. And I'm going to take one of these self-drilling screws, and I'm going to put it right up here. As you can see, since I turned it around, there's no hole or anything there. But these should be able to do the job. Let me take and make a punch right here. There you go. That way that screw is not going everywhere. Right in the center, right around there. And there's that. Now, take this, should be able to slide right in there. Yeah. How much did it go in? Let's see. Went in quite a ways in. This piece goes in the bottom. Now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to take one of these screws. These are like drywall screws, and I'm gonna see where I want this. Well, I mainly want this dead center. So what I'm gonna do is drill this right in the middle. There, I went right through. Now what I'm going to do is extract it again. I'm going to put the screw back in slightly. And then I'm going to go right in the bottom of this. Now I'm going to try and go through the wood and then through this bottom bar. So I'm going to try and put it as close to the edge as possible, but giving it enough room to actually go through the wood and not just crack through the wood. Okay, what I'm going to have to do is pre-drill the holes through the aluminum, because these screws are not going to be able to go through them like the self-drilling screws. So I have this tiny drill bit, just go right through it. I'm going to do that on both ends. there should be right over the hole. Now I'm going to take another one and put it. Okay. That's how that's going to fit. Now I just have to add the slingshot part, which is already welded and dried up. Now slide her in. Now what I'm going to do is, let me mark this. I'm going to put a screw here in the bottom, one of these self-drilling screws, to make sure that while I'm pulling that, it doesn't move at all. So the last thing I want is to pull back on that and this whole thing just slides off. Okay, there she is. Looks pretty straight. Now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to grab some alcohol, grab my rubber bands, open the pack up. I'm going to take the alcohol and rub some on over here. And before it completely evaporates, just going to slide the rubber band in. Make sure it slides in like that. Now I'm just going to wait for that alcohol to finish drying up. Then I'm going to move on to the next side. Same thing, drenched in alcohol, then slide her in. As soon as it's nice and dry, that shouldn't pull out from there at all. Then should be ready to go. But it's not complete yet. What I'm gonna do now is I have this camouflage tape. I'm gonna cover it completely in camouflage tape. So all I'm gonna do is just take a nice long strip. Bloody hell. Take a nice piece, it should fit right there. Then I'm just gonna put it on the one side first, and then just fold it right over. I like to fold it right in the middle first, and then everything else will just follow. Just that. Now, bottom piece, same thing. Place it on the one side first, then fold it over in the middle, and the ends should follow, no problem. Now I'm going to do this all through the slingshot to give it a nice camouflage look. Take another piece for the top over here. Same thing for the bottom. Now, I'm going to do the same for the back over here. Now just want to make sure that everything's nice and covered. Over here at the top, split this, fold one piece one side, and then fold the other piece right over. Basically, all I'm doing is just covering any part that I think could use it. Okay. And there it is. Actually, while I'm still at it, let me add a piece on here to cover this up, just to keep the camouflage design going. Now this side. Okay. And there it is. The Starship slingshot. Now, all I have to do now is, depending on how much power I want in it, I could just adjust it. One of the things I really like about this slingshot is that since it gives you the length, it's very, very accurate. Whenever you're aiming at something, you usually always hit it. But yeah, it works. Now, let's test it out. See how it handles. I'm out here. I got the Starship slingshot done. Now I'm gonna test it out to see how it performs. Let's see. Making a video. Okay. It's pretty accurate. One thing I did notice is that I'm definitely gonna need ammunition for it, because if I use a rock that's not symmetrical, it has a tendency of just going to the side.